Hello and welcome to The Late Show. Coming up on tonight's show...
Whoa, this is my bit. We'll talk about this after. Coming up on today's Late Show, Wrexham play back in the Football League and they lose 5-3 at home to MK Dons. Reaction and so much more coming up on This is Wrexham, The Late Show. Okay, so I told you about the membership scheme last time, didn't I? Well, we have one new member, and I just want to say to Rerun, that's what the account is called, thank you so much for your support. Do you know what? It really means a lot. You've got the ball rolling, and hopefully more follow. When it comes to the like and subscribe bit, Tom, you take this one away, please.
Yeah, I mean, I believe there's some people in the world, I don't know where they are, they must be in like Papua New Guinea or something like that, who haven't subscribed. Just want to ask, why haven't you subscribed? Get involved. Click that button. Is there a button?
Like and subscribe, Thomas.
Fantastic. There's a button though, yeah?
Oh, there's a button?
Yeah.
Steve, there's a button? There's a button.
There's a button. We're asking Steve. Steve says there's a button. Click that subscribe button. Get involved. Up the town.
Up the town. Okay then, and Tommy Caw, welcome to the show. Thank you for coming on, my friend. Twice in a week.
Yeah, living the dream, mate.
Living the dream. I seen Tommy on Thursday night after I did a few interviews outside the football ground. You're going to see them very shortly. We were also excited. The build-up from the Fearless and Devotion event, which I must say was very good. Fair play to the boys.
Superb. Like, what a show they put on, by the way.
Yeah. Credit to the Fearless and Devotion guys, and it's a good podcast as well. I don't mind giving credit where it's due. Tom, now it's going to take a slight turn. Let's get to today's results. 5-3. At home to MK Dons. Tom, before we go into the game, what was your feelings before the game? What was because the excitement levels were there in the town, weren't they?
Oh, big time, mate. Like, I was really nervous before the game, but everyone was telling me, you know, not like that. I hate to say I told you so, but everyone was like, come on, we're going to win today. Yeah, it's going to be a big win. We're going to win comfortably. Because, to be honest with you, and, you know, I don't blame them for thinking that. Look how good we were last year, mate. How good were we? You know, we haven't lost at home. I think it's November 2021. I think it's the last time we lost at home. Yeah. So, you know, people have got every right to feel optimistic. First game back. But, you know, I always say with Wrexham, like, if you think it's going to be straightforward, you haven't been paying attention. So, you know... I must admit,
it's
Wrexham. It's Wrexam. That is a Wrexam outcome.
Well, I went down, I fought 3-1. I did, but it was a very characteristic Wrexham performance today. Would you say that? I think that's fair to say.
100%. I think we looked undercooked after pre-season, I've got to say.
Yeah, I probably agree. I tried to do the rounds. I got the turf quick. I got in the Wrexham Lager Club quick. I popped to the Fat Ball, seen the boys. Because I like to get in the mood, to get a couple of videos. Well, it's Steve, he sends me out, mate. You know what I mean? But I had the boys with me. They were buzzing. You know, we got our tickets. Got them new shirts today.
I mean, they've never seen a Football League game.
Exactly, Tom. So they've never seen a Football League. So Charlie wanted the black shirt. He had that one, and then he's gone for the keeper kit. And then we had a quick chat to people outside the ground. Anyway, and then we go in and talk to me about that start, Tom. I mean, straight away, I got to be honest, mate. First few minutes, I'm thinking, hang on a minute. We look like we're bowing down to these here. I thought we were getting... Well, they were bypassing the midfield, which doesn't happen against Wrexham, but it was evident, wasn't it? Talk me through what you thought of the start of the game.
It was just. I mean, you talk about how can it get any worse than that? As a start, that's the worst start to the season that you possibly imagine. You're at home at the racecourse. There's a massive buzz around the ground. Then all of a sudden, they take the sting out of the game, and like to be honest, the atmosphere never recovered today.
It didn't so much, but what I do like when a goal goes in at the racecourse, you always think, don't worry, this is Wrexham. Yeah. Like I always say to my sons, here comes the fight. You're gonna get the fight from them. So obviously O'Connell own goal after 6 minutes, which is never ideal in any game.
He's got to get his head on that, but I mean, it's just
not in the back of the net. And it went a bit flat, Tom. But then I like the chance of come on, we got this. And then 10 minutes. Is it Asa? What's his name?
Yeah, Mo Asa. Yeah.
Well, we were linked with him last year, weren't we?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Maybe it could have been rumour mill. I don't know, but let's just soak it in very quick, Tom, before we go into the rest of the game. He was something else, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was unbelievable, and to be honest, their front men were absolutely superb. That's what you want. And like, I look at that from MK Dons today, and that's like your perfect away performance. They were comfortable out of possession. They didn't. Yeah. They were like, okay, you have possession. We don't think you're going to hurt us.
But our possession was very much in our own half, mate. I mean, we didn't. As soon as it got up the pitch a bit, I wasn't comfortable. I wasn't confident. Sorry. Jones looked a bit nervy. Cannon, which if you're a regular listener to this show, I give him high praise. I don't think he gets enough praise sometimes, but I thought he was dreadful today.
Yeah, well, I think as well. I think there was a little bit. We looked a little bit unsettled by the fact that we were playing two strikers who have never played together before.
I'd agree with that.
It's all well and good. You've got your midfield, but that midfield is so used to having Paul Mullin ahead of him with either Dalby or Palmer. There was Billy Waters today. No, credit to him. He didn't do badly, but it's a massive difference. And sometimes I was looking, the midfielder are popping it. Pardon me, they're popping their head up, having a look. Who's there?
Yeah,
nothing.
Yeah, I didn't see enough. See what Mullin gives you. If he's not getting any joy in here, he'll go running in the channels. Yeah. He makes it hard, mate. And what I like Sam Dalby, but I promise to give it straight on this show, and that's exactly what I'm going to do, mate. Because I'll praise them when they're great, and I'll heap praise on them. But today, Sam Dalby did not do enough for me. He's a big, strong lad. He didn't get himself about, mate. Get up in the air, get out, and make it a bit gritty for him. For me, this is just my honest opinion. Now, watching that, he never made the defenders uncomfortable at any point in that first half. I didn't think.
He was shifting out to the right quite a lot. Like, I'm a big Sam Dalby fan, by the way. And to be honest with you,
let me just tell you, I'm a massive Sam Dalby fan.
I actually prefer seeing Dalby in the first 11 than Palmer, to be honest. And probably in a bit of a minority there. Palmer's a bit of a fan's favourite, but I'm a big Sam Dalby fan. I think he's better on the deck than Palmer. That's my personal opinion. But I agree with you. He was ineffective today. I think Billy Waters was neat and tidy, but ineffective. For me, and I've said this for a long time, Shaun, mate, I'm a big Bickerstaff fan.
I know, yeah.
Big fan.
I was just about to get on to him.
I think he's good enough to play, and I'm a little bit disappointed he didn't start today.
I think he's shown that when he come on, Tom. But we're going to go... I'm just going to touch on Billy Waters. I mean, what you said, he was... But he's getting the ball, he's knocking it back, and then... But there's no... Once he's knocked it back, there's no real threat going forward. I mean, you give me... I mean... I'm getting ahead of myself here, but when Ollie Palmer did come on, I thought he looked very good.
Yeah,
I think his physique looks good. He looks like he's been in the gym. He looks like he's fit. And I would have liked to have seen him start today, but that's hindsight. It's all well and good. You like Bickerstaff. I thought he looked good, neat, tidy when he came on, Tom. Let's just get back into the game. So just before half-time on 42 minutes, let's just talk about Ryan Barnett quick. He started to cause problems at this time.
Barnett is a class act, absolute class act, and he was the one today. I was screaming, get it out wide to Barnett. Just give it Barnett every single time.
So on the right hand side, we started to have a little bit of joy. Jones, then to Barnett, but then it was kind of like they got caught out a bit because it was obvious what he was going to do because he didn't have any other options. Yeah. And he was looking good, and he was causing problems. If we were going to get a goal, he was going to come from that right-hand side. Then anyway, eventually, we get a breakthrough. Was it Elliot Lee's shot? Elliot Lee's shot?
Yeah, it was, and then it's come out there. Wide-ish left to Mendy, and he's finished well. Fair play to Mendy. I mean, he
didn't have much joy today, though, did he?
No,
sorry, Tom.
There's a player there.
I couldn't agree more. I thought he looked good in America, but let's give credit to their defence because they weren't forgiving nothing. Fantastic. I thought their right back. I thought their full, but I thought Ryan Barnett had more joy over their left back, but their right back, I thought he did a bit of a number on Mendy. I think he stifled him big time.
Yeah. I thought MK Dons. I mean, it's a throwback really because you and me, we sort of remember the days where we were playing Football League week in week out. So we remember playing against these good sides. And how often do you remember back in the day in the Football League, Wrexham would play well, but they would lose to a team who was so clinical on the break, and it was like a throwback to that. I know we've lost games similar to that in non-league as well, but for me, it was a bit of a wake-up call today, and just a reminder that we're back. We're back in proper professional football now.
It's kind of, I said on Twitter, welcome back to the Football League, Wrexham, isn't it? And then we get into half-time. Tom, you tell me. So we go down at 2-1. You think, here we go. We're going down the second half. Nothing to worry about here because we're going to come out and fighting. I thought Parkinson would have changed. I mean, listen, I'm not Phil Parkinson. I'm not a manager. You know, I claim to know a bit about football, but that's it.
You got your coaching badges now, though, lad?
Got my coaching badges. It was evident we were getting overrun in midfield. Big time. I mean, Elliot Lee, pretty ineffective by his standards. Cannon, by his standards, ineffective. Jones, you know, I didn't think we could get near them. I thought they were popping it off lovely, and they were just looking for that forward pass to Asa, wasn't they? So you're Phil Parkinson now. What do you say at half time to the lads? What do you think he would have said to them?
Well, to be honest with you, I think Phil Parkinson would have looked at that and gone, okay, we've had a horrible first 10.
Yeah,
but
it was.
We've got that goal back. We're 2-1 now, and you know how many times last year have you seen that where we've come back and we've absolutely overwhelmed teams in the second half? And I was at half time, I was having a piss downstairs, and I was thinking to myself, like, yeah, absolutely. I was thinking, do you know what? I think we're getting back in this. We're getting at least a draw here. And then all of a sudden, you know, they go 3-1. And, you know, you're like... Ugh.
Well, this is what I'm saying. So they come out the second half now. And what I would have liked to have seen, and you knew it wasn't going to happen, I would have been like, right, stick O'Connor in midfield now. Go with your diamond. Yeah. Because we were getting overwhelmed in midfield. We
really missed O'Connor in midfield today. You know, but he said, sorry to hijack a little bit.
No.
But he said he's played O'Connor in defence today. He said he was basically forced to. So he knows that's not a thing that you're not going to see O'Connor playing there regular.
What was the reason for it?
Well, he said Hayden wasn't quite ready in terms of minutes and stuff like that after pre-season. He said Will Boyle had a bit of a tight calf. I think
you're not going to risk him. I mean, credit to Parkinson. You never, whoever he puts on that paper, whoever he puts on that team sheet. Parkinson knows better than us, mate. You know, and I ain't ever going to doubt that man again. I was thinking, come on, go forward midfield. But I mean, O'Connor's a tidy player wherever he plays, isn't he? And he can give it a bit of rough and tumble as well. You've just alluded to then, sorry, on 51 minutes, is it Lako? Yeah, Jonathan Lako. Number 10, he's gone up, and again, he looked a very tasty player.
He was superb, wasn't he? Got 2 goals today. Yeah, what a player. I just think as well, we could probably talk about it and we can dismantle the game a little bit, stuff like that. At the end of the day, 2 big factors today. They were clinical. We looked undercooked after pre-season.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, Tom. I know you've got you don't think. Talk to me about your thoughts about us being undercooked and you don't think pre-season was right?
Yeah, I don't think it was right. I asked Parky about that after the game and he sort of said, his thoughts were, well, we can't do anything about thunderstorm. It goes deeper than that. I don't think that pre-season was right in a football sense. No. You know, I understand why we did it, and you know that you won't hear any dissenting thoughts from Parkinson and stuff like that. He's got to toe the party line. But for me, that you're travelling around and you're talking. By the way, you know, you're going from San Diego to Philadelphia. That's like flying from Philadelphia back to the UK. It's a long old way.
Honestly.
It's like a 5-hour flight, so it's near enough the same.
Wow.
So you're talking. These guys, they're flying around all over the States, East Coast, West Coast, East Coast. They're playing against these sides. They're playing against, LA Galaxy, second team, who didn't, didn't lay a glove on us. You know, that Chelsea game, that Chelsea game was actually a good workout. We played really well.
I thought we did.
Yeah, we played really well.
Said on the last show, Tom, I said the scoreline maybe flattered them a bit.
Oh, it did, but big time.
But again, look at the sharpness there. And reminiscent of MK Dons today. These 2 lads up front, Lako and Moesa. Well, you know what I mean? Welcome back to the Football League, Wrexham.
Yeah, exactly. And sharpness. If we play them midway through the season, that game doesn't go that way.
No.
I'm not talking about results now. I'm talking about the way the game panned out. There's no way it goes that way. And Parkinson said that after the game. He said, listen, you can look at that game today and maybe go, oh, that was a real wake-up call, and we're miles off the standard that they are. But
we're not.
No, of course we're not.
But we're not. And I just want to make this opinion very clear. This was a very, very unlike Wrexham's performance today.
Yeah.
Because no one does that to us. Yeah. And I don't care if you're a league above, you just come down. You a fully fit Wrexham side or a normal Wrexham side, because we didn't look at it, Tom. I mean, we look very... And if you go back through all the pod, you won't hear me saying this, we look lethargic, mate. And that is something. There was one Andy Cannon's backed out of a tackle, and I'm fuming about it, mate. Yeah. No, It's against everything I believe in.
Yeah,
the ball's there to be won. You go and win it, mate. And he backed out, and I didn't like that. And I don't like to criticise him because I love the man. I love them all.
Yeah.
All of them. They've all. One time or another, I would have praised every single one of them to high heavens. And I think they are right to be in that Wrexham side. I think they've earned their shirts. I think they're fantastic. But I'm going to say it as I see it, Tom. And that ain't good enough. And I'll tell you what, another thing I don't like. I'm going now. I say my back's up. I'm fuming. I don't like this diving, falling to the floor easily. It's honestly, I'll be like, get up. I hate it. Go rough and tumble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sticking about a bit. What's your thoughts on that, Tom? I mean, we went the Wrexham we know today. Would you agree with that?
Oh no, 100%. Yeah, that was a throwback to like one of the early games from Parkinson, really, wasn't it?
Exactly what I was thinking.
That's what it was like. But we're better than that. Of course we are. I'd tell you what's interesting, mate. Yeah. Is that Tuesday night? He's already said it after the game. He said it to me last week. Parkinson, he's going to make changes. There's going to be different players, which I'm all for that because it's nice. It's nice to see.
We got a hell of a squad, Tom.
Yeah, brilliant squad. I want to see Jordan Davies start on Tuesday.
He's got to start. I'm going to go on to Jordan in a minute.
But I tell you something though, mate. Making all them changes now. You lose on Tuesday. All of a sudden, you're off to 2 losses, and all of a sudden, there's a bit of pressure on the side then because let's be honest about it.
2 home losses on the bounce wouldn't be great.
Newly promoted side loses the first 2 games. Yeah. More often than not, people are saying, "No, that's fine." They're newly promoted side. We've got pressure on us. We're one of the favourites. You can talk about Notts County getting battered today as well.
What was their score in the end?
5-0, I believe. I think it was 5-0.
I tell you what, how many football fans will be sat there watching Sky Sports News now? They got their coupons in their hands and they're thinking, "There are you bastard. Sorry, you buggers. I try not to swear in this. No, there's kids watching this."
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
There's kids watching this, is there?
Yeah. It's not so easy now, isn't it? You think you can run that league because let's be honest, both teams absolutely romped the National League. Yeah, but I'm backing both teams to come good in this one. Yeah. So after 51 minutes, it's 3-1. Then it goes to 4-1. Tom Lako again. It was a lovely tidy finish, wasn't it?
He's a good player.
What was going on there, by the way? I mean, we were at this point in time now. Between the midfielder, we're at 6s and 7s. Ben Foster's going nuts. I don't think the goal should have gone. By the way, I did think it was offside, but I don't.
It wasn't, mate. I was in line.
Wasn't it?
It wasn't. No.
The linesman got a bit of a hammering for that on our side, but what I was gonna say is I don't like making excuses anyway.
What a lovely goal from their point of view. But I mean, we've been caught cold again.
Yeah, it was a lovely little finish.
Yeah, great finish.
That's quality. That Foster's come out. He's got nowhere near. I didn't think Fozzie was on it today.
No, and we had a chat on the way here, didn't we, mate? I think this isn't a knee-jerk reaction. I'm a fan of all 3 goalkeepers. By the way, if you're asking me to number them now, I'm going to tell you. For me, it's Langton number 1, it's Foster number 2, it's Howard number 3, and that's just my opinion. Langton has been top draw.
What's he ever done wrong in the Wrexham shirt?
The only thing with Langton is he's injury prone.
That's exactly what I said. Yeah. So I was like, I hope Fozzie signs on him, buzzing for it. And then I said, but Leighton's the number 1 there. And my mate Gav, he'll be like, what, a Premier League goal? I said, yeah, but no, he's 40 now.
He's not a Premier League goalkeeper now.
Not anymore. I mean, listen, he's still, but he can half shift, can't he?
Hey, we're very lucky to have him.
We're extremely lucky to have him. But I think Rob Layton's terrific. But what I will say is Parkinson knows, and Parkinson will get him out. And say if we lose 2 on the bounce now, say we lose to Wigan, which isn't going to happen. Everyone, calm down. I don't think they'll be panicking that changing room. I think he's a cool-headed manager, isn't he? He's got the respect inside. Don't worry, you got to remember he knows what he's doing here. So obviously I think at 4-1 he makes the changes. 64 minutes, was that about right? Would you say? Triple change.
Very strange for him.
Very, very strange. So he's brought off Dalby Waters. They didn't. I mean, Waters.
That was the obvious.
Oh yeah, that was obvious.
The obvious too, wasn't it?
He's brought Dalby Waters. Who else did he bring off?
It was Andy Cannon.
Andy Cannon. Yeah. He's brought on Bickerstaff, which was good to see. He had faith in him, and I thought he looked very good. Ollie Palmer, I thought Ollie looked good. He starts the next game, no problem. And another one who looked the best out of the 3, Jordan Davies, looked tidy, mate. He looked at the races, mate. Yeah. He looked neat, tidy. He's always like, He can go past the play, head up. He's looking for that big one, but he can just pop it off here as well.
Do you know the best thing about Jordan Davies is, right? And this is what I love about him. And he's a bit like Paul Mullin in this sense. He can have a quiet game where he does nothing and then he'll pop up and score a screamer.
I cannot agree more.
You know, and that's the best thing about Jordan Davies.
Yeah.
Jordan Davies, League Two, Conference, I don't care what it is, he gets you plenty of goals. And, you know, can we afford to, you know... Elliot Lee, what a player, by the way.
I love him.
We have to find a way to get both of them in the side.
I love it. But then we've got McLean to come into this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where does he play for you, Tom?
Well,
and let's you know, I know we're going back into here, but that's what happens on this podcast. We're a bit sporadic. What a signing, by the way.
What a signing, mate. What a top man as
well. He's the type of player who goes through brick walls, him.
Yeah,
Did you get a chat with him?
No, mate, no, I didn't. I'd missed calls yesterday. The club were trying to ring me to have a chat with him. Gutted because no, I'll have a chat with him this week, hopefully.
Yeah, he's heart on your sleeve tackle him, mate.
I'm a big fan, mate. I'm a
massive
big fan.
fan.
The only thing I don't like about him is he scored the winning goal against Wales a few years ago to knock us out of the World Cup.
I think the less said about that, the better, Tom.
Yeah. But no, what a man. And, you know, people talk about his politics. I love his politics, so yeah.
Well, he's allowed an opinion, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's allowed an opinion. We're not PC on this one, you know what I mean? It's
absolutely.
He's got opinions and what he can voice them, mate. If it's not to everyone's cup of tea, well, I think me and you aren't either, Tom, are we? So, Jordan Davies...
moving swiftly on, lad.
Yeah, moving swiftly on. Let's not go into that. 82 minutes, Jordan Davies gets that goal, and it was a very, very classy finish, wasn't it?
What a finish
from a very classy player.
That's delighted for him. You know, I absolutely love the lad.
That's
Jordan Davies, what a great lad, local lad. You know, you want to build your side around people like that, you know. It's not even just an emotional thing. I think I really rate Jordan. I think he's top draw.
When he is on it, he got us those. Not last season, the season before. He's at 14 in the league. Do you know what I mean?
Well, you're talking about when he was before his injury, mate. Before his injury, Championship sides were looking at him. So
well, they're going to be, aren't they?
Yeah.
He is a tremendous player, and you kind of like with everyone coming in and that, you kind of forget about it. Yeah. I don't think Andy Cannon plays on Tuesday. I think O'Connor plays there. I think he plays him there. I think he plays the team he's going to start, or he'll be looking at what he's going to play for this next Saturday against Wimbledon.
He is going to mix and match on Tuesday. He said that. He said that after the game.
The squad's big enough to do it, Tom.
Yeah, of course it is. You know, I'd like to see Youngie get a run out because I think he's got plenty to play this year. That he's got plenty.
This is another
He's got plenty left to give, mate.
Oh my! I said to Charlie. I was like, this is where you need Luke Young because we were getting, we didn't look at the races in there. He'd mix it up. He'd make it awkward for him. He'd be snarling. He's at him a bit, and I'm gutted not to see him involved. Yeah. I'm really gutted. I said to him, I seen him in the fat ball that time when they won the league, and I said, I don't know pictures with you, nothing like that, mate. I said, I just want to thank you, mate. Yeah. I want to thank you for what you do every time you pull on that badge on your chest. And he was like, wow. And I said, no. I said, seriously, mate. I said, this ain't for the flipping to go on my show or anything like that. I'm not. I said, I need to tell you, like, because I just said, you've been so impressive with what you give, and how do you think he's handled it? You know, the handling of Luke Young. I don't care we're going up at a league. Listen, he can go into that side, Luke Young.
Definitely, 100%. What I love about Luke Young is he's one of those players. I'm not saying lads were hiding today. They weren't hiding. That wasn't the case.
They just went at the races, mate.
Yeah, they just went at the races. But like, what I love about Luke Young, no matter what's going on with the team or anything like that, he never shies away from the ball. He always offers.
He
could be having a poor game, and let's be honest about it, he doesn't have many.
But he doesn't. But I mean, to be fair, Cannon today, they didn't shy from the ball, but they were just like, how many times did the ball go out of play?
It was uncharacteristic actually.
Very, very
the amount
uncharacteristic.
of times, they're like passing it directly out of play, and you're like,
it's not. Christ. I mean that is, Cannon. He's on the money. That that midfield, Elliot Lee's. He was off it, mate, and just a little blip. That isn't it. It's kind of welcome to the Football League. You ain't gonna get your own way. But we knew that anyway, didn't we?
It's not the end of the day. If you forget about Tuesday. Tuesday's like a bit of a bonus game, if you like.
It's nice to be back in that cup, though, Tom.
It is nice to be back in there.
Some good nights watching. the cup.
If we get through, fantastic. If we lose, but we put in a good, I just want to see a good performance on Tuesday.
I do. And I think it's very. You won't see back-to-back bad Wrexham performances.
No, I don't think so.
I don't
think so. And at the end of the day, if we get a win down in Wimbledon next week, all of a sudden you're looking at it. 3 points from 2 games. We'll take that. That's not too bad. Yeah. And then all of a sudden you get 2 wins from 3, and so
Palmer's starting there, isn't he?
This is how. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So when Davies scores that, obviously it is 4-2, 94th minute now. I mean, after Jordan scores that, you think, come on, here we go, come on, Eileen. Got a cracking joke about that, by the way, but
let's hear it. Let's have it now.
And then Harvey goes up the pitch, scores in 94 minutes. It is 5-3. Sorry, it's 5-2, and you're like, oh, for God's sake. And then 4D, I like 4D as well. I thought Ozan looked all right when he come on. And then the game wrapped up on 97 minutes and ends 5-3 to the visitors. I didn't think I'd be sat here, Tom, saying that to you.
No, just want to say as well, like 4D, good to see him scoring. But I mean, we've got more Irish lads than the cast of Father Ted at the moment, haven't we? But
what a season, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
my old man, my dad will be watching this, so top man, dad. Yeah, like I say, we weren't at it. I mean, how did Parkinson seem after the game, Tom?
Yeah, do you know what? He wasn't too downbeat, mate. I think he realises. I think it was one of them today. I think the way the game went. The point he made was, if you take away the first 10 minutes, which I know it's easy enough to say that it's part of the game, so you can't take it away. But he said, take away the first 10 minutes. It's a 3-all. It's and also he said we started as if we were playing the World Cup final, like a million mile an hour. He said, I think Parkinson always tries to say to his team before he goes out, he said, just calm it down, just do your job, stick to the plan.
Right? You can see this, and I heard Foster say, calm out. Like, I mean, they knock it about the back, and I don't mind that a lot of the time, but when we're losing, you know what I mean, they're still knocking it about, like, get the ball up.
Yeah.
But
it was frantic, mate, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was frantic. It was. What I'll say is, and I hope this is one of the only times I'll say this season on this show, Tom. It was very disappointing for the first game back, but let's not forget what they've done for this club. Do you know what I mean? I mean, you hear people in the stands sometimes, and I don't like it. You know what I mean? It's just like, let's give an honest assessment of the game. So that's dead and buried. Tommy, who do you want to see come in? Because you think there's 1 or 2 signings coming in this week.
Yeah, I mean, he said it after the game. He says that, we'd try and get 1 or 2 lads in this week. So yeah, fingers crossed that happens. We need a striker. We need a replacement for Mullin. The trouble is, it's a weird situation because you've got Mullin. He obviously starts. I mean, he starts every game. He's available.
He walks into anyone's team, doesn't he?
Of course he does. So, you've got a situation whereby Parky's trying to entice someone to come to the club, essentially to be a second fiddle. That's not easy. It doesn't matter how much you can afford to pay in wages or how much you can afford to spend on a transfer fee. Struggle to attract players who know that they're going to play a second fiddle. So,
you know what, you wouldn't see those at more ways, would you?
Well, no, absolutely not. I wouldn't. No, Christ, no.
You don't see no to anyone else, do you?
Yeah, mate. I'd pay to play for this club, mate. Absolutely.
Oh my God, it'd be fantastic. I'm going to Mullin. Obviously, I think we need another striker, Tom, and I think he was missed. Oh my God, he was missed. Yeah, you don't realise, because he pops in, he's a little link-up player, and he's so intelligent. I mean, sometimes people must guess like the Mullin show, but or the Elliot Lee show. A lot of times, I'm always bigging him up. But that's what I'll do. One guy I would like to pick up today is Ben Tozer.
Yeah,
I thought he was good.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I mean, I think Ben Tozer at times is criminally underrated by our fan base.
I think definitely say that as well.
So many of our lads who don't rate him for whatever reason. I have no idea why. I mean, if you break it down, mate,
I thought he's really good today.
He basically gets 10 to 15 assists a season, and like that's not even before you start talking about his defensive ability. He leads the side. He's a natural born leader. Top draw, and a top bloke as well.
I thought defensively he was good today.
Yeah,
I tell you what, there was one he sold the lad right to the shop as well. You see, he's done a little Cruyff.
Yeah, he did.
Hey, behave yourself, Ben. That was right in front of me.
But I thought he was. It was tough today because O'Connell. I think O'Connell's a player that we'll probably see play at least 40 games this year.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think so. But I didn't think he had a good game today.
You put him in front of Aaron Hayden? Not for me.
I mean, you know, but what you're asking me is what would I do?
Give me your three.
That's a different thing. I think Phil Parkinson sees O'Connell as, after Tozer, I think he'll probably be looking at O'Connell as second. That's what
Give me your three centre-halves.
I mean, my three would be...
And it's tough. It's tough.
You know,
and bear in mind, Cleworth probably doesn't even get a mention here.
No, he doesn't. I
think how good he is.
Unfortunately, you know, hey, listen, I'm a big Tunnicliffe fan.
Yeah.
Tozer, definitely, 100%
100%.
straight on there. I think probably O'Connell. I still see O'Connell. I think maybe Hayden as well. I think maybe
Boyle?
Hayden. Well, I don't know enough about Boyle. I've got to be honest about it.
That.
So, you know,
Aaron Hayden has to play for his goal threat, mate.
Yeah, well, you know,
need him in that box.
This is what we're talking about again. You see, you forget about. You can talk about who's the best defenders, but at the same time,
gives you a bit more.
Hayden gives you 10 goals a season at least.
I had a chat with him before, and he's a hell of a bloke, by the way.
Yeah,
and
he lives in Ruthin. That's his only downside.
Well, someone's got to. And he was saying, I said, the way he goes, it's just the desire, I've got to get there. He goes, you put two men on me. He goes, I'm going to get to that ball.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hearing that as a fan, it's like we go back
His
to
leap as well, though, man. The way he's like a salmon, pal.
But his Boyle's meant to be unbelievable in the air as well. Like
they had a great combination at Cheltenham, didn't they?
So that one's going to be very interesting to see, Tom. But in Parkinson, fully trust me, and I got no doubt it's just a case of wrapping up signings this week. But back to Mullin, we really missed him, didn't we?
Oh, big time, mate. You know, we were talking about it before, weren't we? You know, his movement and stuff like that. I mean, you know, it's not even his goal scoring.
I think he's quite scary. They were quite static, I thought, up top. The two. Yeah. I mean, as in, you see Waters here, Dalby here, and there wasn't much where it was Mullin. He'll drag you everywhere.
Yeah. We created bits and bobs, so and you know, there's bouncing balls in the box and stuff like that, and we had chances on the edge of the box, and we've blazed them over. Just that little bit of composure. That's what Mullin brings to the table as well. You see,
he does. And just before we go to Twitter, Tom, how was your time in Philly? And you've just been. I did share it. You are now part of the Men in Blazers team.
Well, I am apparently, yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, what a good. I'll tell you what a great time, mate. Absolutely brilliant. You know, I was lucky enough to have a few beers with some Wrexham legends in Max Tavern.
Right.
You know, Yemi, Jonesy and Scoot from the Swans,
yeah, well,
Adi Morrison. What a great bunch of lads.
Great, yeah,
what a top man.
Great lads.
And just a great time there, mate. And you know, I've got to tell you, there was a great moment where the Philadelphia Union fan comes into the bar, and you know. One of the Wrexham fans goes, you know, F off, mate. This is a Wrexham pub. You know what I mean? That's to me, that's Wrexham humour. I love that.
That's Wrexham humour. That's fantastic. Right, with that in mind, we're going to go over a few interviews outside the football ground. Spent my whole childhood on it. Whole childhood just on this cop. Memories are absolutely surreal, mate. Surreal, honestly. Right then, I said I had some interviews, and I have got one special interview that I've wanted to do ever since I've seen this guy on social media. Carter. Now then, just to make sure I've got the right person, who do you support?
Wrexham.
Thank God for that. Carter, can you tell me, what do you love best about coming to watch Wrexham?
Watching the boys play football.
Watching the boys play football. Well, do you know what? That's brilliant. And do you think we've got an awesome football team?
Yeah.
I knew you'd say that. Now then, who is this? This might be a very silly question now, but who is your favourite player? Mullin. Now, I've heard off your mum that you even get to speak to Mullin sometimes, don't you?
Yeah.
Is he your friend?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. And do you like to watch him score goals?
Yeah.
Yeah. How many do you think he's going to score this season?
I think 10, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, he normally scores 2 a game, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Now then, you've got a very special little sister as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
What's her name?
Kyra.
Oh, are you going to wave to her? Oh, well done, you. And what's your daddy's name?
Daddy.
Your daddy's name's Daddy. Of course he is. And I know you've got a brilliant family, and they always bring you to watch Wrexham, don't they?
Yeah.
And have you got a season ticket?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're very lucky, aren't you?
Yeah.
How many football kits have you got now?
Don't know.
You don't know. What, too many? I'm going to ask you one more question, Carter. Do you think Wrexham are going to win the league again?
Yes.
Yeah? Can I get a fist off you? Yes, top lad. I am here with Alison, Carter's mum. First things first, what's it like having a Wrexham legend as a son?
It's a bit daunting sometimes.
He steals the show, doesn't he?
He does.
He absolutely steals the show. Now, I know football plays a big part of his life, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What does it mean for your family to be able to come here to the quiet zone and just... And I know he's got lots of friends, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's amazing because we were told he won't walk till he was 7, so we didn't think that we'd be able to take him to football matches or anything. And then with the quiet zone, even if he has to come in his wheelchair, they'll store it away for him and things like that. He loves it.
It's great by the club, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and I know he's got friends like Millie and hello to Millie, by the way. she'll be smacking me otherwise. And it's just you've got a little community there, haven't you?
It's lovely. It's so nice.
It's a great incentive by the club, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
And you were just talking to me then, Alison. How's Carter's life improved from coming to watch Wrexham?
Oh, 100%, because beforehand he wouldn't do his physio, he wouldn't do anything, he wouldn't put splints on.
Yeah.
And then Paul Mullin spoke to him about his legs.
Yeah.
Says, you know, are you doing your physio, and like, are you listening to mummy and things like that. And
that's so nice.
He says that, he does it, but more he wants to play football. So Mullin says to him, if you do your physio, things like that, you can play football.
And how nice is that? I mean, we all know what Mullin does for this club and this town. He's not just on the pitch, he does a lot off the pitch, and he's a great guy. But I mean, how much does that mean? Just little things like that for your son, and I'm guessing just to see the massive smile on his face.
Oh, it means the world. Honestly, it does.
it's awesome, isn't it? How do you think we're going to get on this season, Alison?
I'd like to hope we'd go up again, but I don't want to jinx anything.
Well, listen, I'm ultra confident. We think we're going to go up again, don't we, Carter? He said, yeah. Carter says yes. We believe it. Do you think Mullin's going to be top scorer again?
Yes.
Of course he is. So I am outside the Cop with Dane Edwards, lifelong Wrexham fan.
Indeed.
How the hell are you, Dane?
I'm not bad, Wins, to be fair, mate, and it's good to see you because it's been a while.
It's been an awful long time. Mate, what's it like for Wrexham to be back in the Football League? How's that feel?
Do you know what? I'm 29. I've never, ever seen them in the EFL.
Joking?
Never, mate.
Wow.
And, it's a surreal feeling.
Yeah.
And I can't lie, I'm bloody buzzing.
Yeah, I am, mate. I couldn't keep still all week. Well, I haven't been able to keep still. What is it, Thursday now? Yep. Saturday, the game. It's just... Do you reckon we can go and do it again, Dane?
100%. Yeah. Straight off the bat, 100%. Squad's there, ready to roar. Mullin, injured, a couple of months, but... nothing we can't handle, I don't think.
Exactly. We've got the squad to do it, mate. We've got the squad, we've got the backup. I reckon, 4 or 5, maybe Cole Mullin 6 weeks. He'll be back, he'll be firing, he'll be scoring. People are a little bit thingy because lack of signings. Well, we've already got the signings there or thereabouts. Listen, Wrexham won't just dive in for no one, won't we, Dane?
100%. I mean, right player, right time. This, that and the other. Parky knows what he's doing, 100%. It's been said 1,000 times before. Yeah. I think I'm fairly confident, mate.
100%. Now then, all I want from you is a score prediction for Saturday's game, please, versus MK Dons.
Saturday, MK Dons. 3-1 Wrexham.
Love it. Cheers, Dane.
Straight off the bat, good to see you.
Take care.
Top man.
I'm now outside the Mould Road stand with lifelong Wrexham supporter Richard Ulrich. You might know him from Twitter because he does like a moan. Isn't that right, Dicko?
I don't like to moan, I just like to say it how it is, pal.
He says it how it is. Right then, Dickie, we are back in the Football League. We've been going for as long as time, haven't we, mate? Tell me what it means to you, mate.
It means everything, mate. 15 years away, 2008 was the last time we played a match in the Football League, and you think of everything we've been through in the past 20 years or so, and then the takeover, getting the promotion. I say to people when they ask me, it's like a fairy tale, it's like a dream come true. It's like winning a lottery all rolled into one, mate. It's just...
It is. It's fairy tale stuff. It's everything rolled into one. I try and explain this, but obviously, I mean, we've been going for years and years and years. You know, we've sat together for most of those years, mate, and it just means everything, doesn't it? And I mean, there was a time, Dickie, when I think you'll say where people had lost hope, hadn't they? I mean,
all hope.
People had lost hope.
I remember, I think it was 2011, the players hadn't been paid. I think we were due to play, was it Vauxhall Motors I think we were supposed to play? And I remember going to the turf and we held a meeting there and we got in the back in the big garden. There was one of those metal ice buckets. There was one of them going around. Mate, people were throwing 20s and £10. There was kids there throwing their pocket money and everything. And it just snowballed from there. And I think there was a meeting in my screen, there was a match from Eagles Meadow, and those were the darkest times I've experienced following the club.
And we're not going to, I don't want to go too much into them, but because we've talked about them already, but we're through it. And just look where we are today. I mean, what's been nice this season, personally for me, from my point of view, is we normally build ourselves up towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
And then we don't quite make it.
Yeah.
Okay? And then...
Always been the Wrexham way, mate.
It's always been the Wrexham way.
Always.
But then you're adjusting, you're coming round to win the Vanarama National League again. But it's not been the case. It's been a whirlwind summer.
Yeah.
We haven't had too many signings, but I think the calibre player at Wrexham is good enough to go and do it again. And there will be players incoming.
Yeah, there'll definitely be players coming in. I think is it the last day of August, I think, the transfer deadline. We've brought Will Boyle in. He looks like a good acquisition. He's played with Tozer in the past.
Yeah.
They know each other well. He'll get on the end of the throw-ins. We re-signed Ben Foster, which is great.
That's a great sign in itself.
Well, for his age, you know what I mean? He's fit as a butcher's dog, isn't he? You know what I mean? He goes cycling, he does everything. He keeps himself fit. It's great. And I'm no doubt there'll be another one or two through the door at least, mate, I think.
Last thing, just before we close up, what does this club mean to you, Dickie?
It means everything to me, mate. This place is my church. I don't believe in the God, mate. I believe in Wrexham FC, and I come here every other Saturday and the occasional midweek, and I sit there, mate, in PG7, and that's where I worship that team. It means everything to me. Wrexham Football Club's my life. I love the place.
Can we go and do it again this year?
It depends on these signings. What we've made so far. I know Parky said he wanted a couple of quality additions.
Yep.
I trust Parky now. I wasn't so sure about him that first season. People were unsure, but it's come together, mate. We got the money there. We got the backing. Players talk to each other. They would have seen that we've been out to America.
It's a good club to be at now. There's magic around this club, isn't it?
Look at the media attention. You know what I mean? Me and you are on social media every day. We see the posts about Facebook and Twitter and all the fans whinging, and we love it. Like, you know what I mean? We thrive off it. When we see other fans fuming, we just laugh at it. We don't care one bit. Like.
Very last thing, Dicko. Give me your score prediction for Saturday's game. 3 o'clock kickoff. Wrexham FC back in the Football League.
Now you're asking, mate. I honestly don't know, mate. It's one of them, and it's the first game back without Mullin. MK Dons have been relegated. It could be anything, mate. I can't give a score, honestly.
I'm going to give a score prediction for you, and I'm going to say a big 3-1.
You're always positive,
Let's have a fist off you, Dicko.
You're always positive, aren't you?
Right, then, Tom, over to Twitter. Wrexham AFC Brazil. Well, nobody expected that. One did they, Tom? Let's be honest. Let me get to the bottom of these.
Are you getting any abuse?
No, chances are, mate. I normally do, don't I? Lloyd Griff. The defence got exposed. They didn't have a clue how to deal with the pace of Lecco and Asa. Midfield was anonymous. Waters and Dalby were crap. Yeah, we kind of alluded to that, haven't we, Tom?
Yeah, I wouldn't say they were crap. They were just ineffective, weren't they?
Yeah, I mean, what I do like about Billy, and I do like Billy, I like both of them. I like Dalby. I'm a big Dalby fan. I didn't see enough work rate from him today, though. I didn't see enough, but what I did get from Waters was work rate. Ineffective. Sully's dad, every day's a school day, onwards and upwards. Yeah, couldn't agree more. Dewi, he always writes in, Dewi, top man. Was today's game an overdue reality check for the team? Tom?
Well, I don't think it was overdue. I'd like to wait till the end of time before the next reality check. There's nothing wrong with a reality check if you use it in the right way, mate.
Yeah, and Wrexham, I've always said Wrexham are good at bouncing back from him. Especially Phil Parkinson's side are good at bouncing back. Barcode Mark, tough watch, defence all over the place. Mendy wasteful. I think everyone was wasteful. Waters totally anonymous. Yeah, subs looked sharp. Barnett was really good. Yeah, I think we've kind of wrapped it up saying that, haven't we? The subs all made an impact.
Yeah, they were good, and you know, like I said before, mate. I mean, Bickerstaff really rate him. I think I would personally. I've said this before. I think a lot of people will probably disagree with me, but I think he's a ready-made replacement for Paul Mullin when he's not available. Don't get me wrong. Of course, Paul Mullin is far ahead of where Bickerstaff is at the moment. But for me, I think Bickerstaff is more than good enough to step in and do a job.
Yeah, well answered, Tom. Yeah, and I'd agree. I mean, every time I've seen him, he's looked good. He looks like a good impact player as well.
I mean, the thing is, I've heard from more than one of the players. They say he's the best finisher at the club.
Yeah, wow.
So why aren't we giving him a shot?
Well, I was watching him warm up, and you should have seen the one he stuck in the top bin, mate.
He's a quality player, and like I say, his build-up play, his hold-up play, I should say.
It's good. He's strong,
fantastic.
Yeah, he's quite quick.
He can link it up.
Okay, GSI23 defending was way too passive. He didn't close down nowhere near fast enough. Is Foster starting to look like a 41-year-old goalkeeper? It's kind of like they're listening to our conversation.
Yeah, I know, mate. I know.
And by the way, he looks nowhere near a 40-year-old keeper or 41-year. He looks nowhere near it. By the way,
handsome chap, isn't he?
He's handsome chap, but not that. I mean, he can't half shift to get down. Now, listen, there's going to be plenty of times this season where he'll be like, Foster's won us that game.
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, he came in, he did a great job. He got us over the line last year, didn't he? Good. We're very lucky to have 3 really good keepers. But for me, just reiterate, I think Leighton's the number 1. That's just my opinion.
Yep, well answered again, Tom. Eddie Ritchie, plenty of football left this season. Yep. Nigel Thornberry. Sean, I think for our first game we did well enough considering we didn't have Paul with us today. Also, we didn't play our new signing yet. I don't think he could. Has he got international clearance or what have you?
No, he was never going to play today.
Playing against MK was a good start. Yes, not the result we wanted, but we will do well in the end. Up the town. Nigel, I'll agree with you on that. We will do well in the end. I got no doubt in this. Honestly, I might have had a few words to say about today's performance, but I full-heartedly believe in those players in this club.
Oh, I mean, without a shadow of a doubt, mate. There's no danger of us finishing in the bottom half this year. I'm going to put my neck out and say that now. But, I mean, the expectations, mate, a mid-table finish isn't going to be good enough. So we've got to be looking at being at the top end.
The expectation is there, Tom, because of what these lads have achieved. Let's be honest, JDGTZ. Needed to add speed, yes. Needed to add speed, creative midfield. Well, we just bought one of them, and better defenders. Now we've got good defenders. We've got creative midfielders. I just don't think they were at the races today. It was an off day. Everyone has them.
The last thing we need is another defender, mate. We've got more than enough. So yeah. No,
we got more than enough quality defenders as well. I just don't. Ian Morgan. Yeah, I know the season. Yeah, I know the season is going to be hard. Of course it is. It's a very competitive league, this, Tom, isn't it? Would you say? I mean, people are spending. There's good sides in this league, mate.
Yeah, there's no gimmies, is there? Like this last year, there were certain games where and sometimes you look at the team, you look at their demeanour in the build-up, and you're thinking, we know we've won this game before we even take to the field.
It's not going to be like that this year.
We've got to work hard to win every 3 points this year.
Okay, Gaz Williams, I didn't manage to get to the Kai race today. MK Dons played like a team who want to be back in League One. Yeah, Gaz, I wholeheartedly agree with you. At times, we had moments that echoed last season. Yeah, I think we had. But it was like a 5-minute spell here and there, wasn't it, Tom? It wasn't. I don't think it was enough. The occasion got the better of us. We go again. Look forward to your views this season, mate. Thank you very much, Gaz. You're a top man. Up the shag in town. Correct. Gaz, like you said, there was parts that did echo last year, but it wasn't. It wasn't the Wrexham of last season, was it?
No, it wasn't today, mate. But we'll get there.
We will. 100%. We'll get 2 more in, I think. Adam Rose. It felt like year 7 versus year 11. Big team, MK Dons. Some bright spark, but only that. Maybe sign their number 7 and number 10. Yeah, again, what we said, they were. Who's this now? Adam Rose. Adam, they were class, weren't they, mate? They were. I mean, listen, let's just give a lot of credit to MK Dons as well, because I think you've got to. I'm not going to be one of these people who'll be like, no, they come to the race course and they give us a good bloody hiding, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Credit to their team.
Full credit to them.
No credit to their fans because they're all plastic.
Of course, yeah. Franchise club. Let's not go into that anyway. Yeah, we're not here to. Christian McHale. Let's try and look for positives. This gives me confidence that Davies is going to get more games. I think so. I think he looked good, didn't he?
He was very good when he came on, mate. Yeah, good to see him as well.
He's one of our own and scored a beauty. Bryce played well when he came on. Barney, I thought, was man of the match. Yeah, I 100% agree. And the PG7 sections flag, a round of applause to you. Yeah, I'm just looking at a picture of it now. I tell you what, it's smart, that, isn't it? I was passing it along underneath. From fair play to Kev Taylor, I think you sorted that out. And everyone who's done it.
Was it? Yeah,
I think Kev sorted it and everyone else. And what I would like to say is, I was talking to you this about the other night, we are going to be launching live podcasts Okay, I mean, straight after the season started, I was on to Rich at the Manchester Gwyn, and he said, yeah, he'd love to host us there. It's going to be a bit like, I want it like a Soccer AM feel. Are you with me, Tom?
Absolutely.
And you're going to be hosting with me on that, because I think we'll be all right live together.
Get the big man, Mr. Simmons, involved as well.
Mr. Simmons will be on one as well, and I think we'd like to do a bit of a crossover with Wrexham Lager as well. Simmons will be on one of them.
I was going to say, can we afford a limo from Marford for him? Or
he's quite posh now, is our James Simmons. So yeah, guys. So look out for that. We want to make it like a Soccer AM field, tables in the front, and then standing up. It's going to be a bit more rowdy, that one. I'd have said that's such as the characters we are. So yeah, just keep your eyes on that. We'll get some details over soon. But again, Tom, thank you for coming on. And here's the video diary. Here we go again. The video diary returns. It's only Monday morning, but start of a new week. Obviously, I'm excited, man. I'm mega excited. League 2, back in league football. It is massive. It's only Tuesday night. I don't know where to put myself. So excited. I've been looking at things on Twitter. I've just seen a video that Fearless and Devotion have posted. Emotional, man. Back in the Football League this Saturday. It is now Wednesday evening. Game's a couple of days away. Very excited. Just at football training with my boys. Or I should say we're here early because they want to practice their free kicks. Go on, Lenny. It's Thursday evening, the video diaries are rolling.
Hello.
And this man's just got back from Philadelphia.
Well, I've got 2 pints here.
It's only Josie from the Declan Swans, isn't it?
How's things? All right?
How's America, mate?
Amazing, mate, amazing. What an experience.
You get received well over there?
Yeah, awesome.
What about
Americans loved it, you know, it was just superb.
Josie? It's great to see you again, mate. And you're coming on the show, aren't you?
I'll come on for you, yeah, no, anytime, mate.
Lenny! No. What about Daddy? Hey! I love you, kiddo. Miss you. Friday evening means one thing. Football, man. Lenny? Match day, you know. Here we go. It is match day. And would you believe it, this is August. I just walk into the butcher's, get the boys some breakfast ready for a big day ahead. Ooh, I'm going to say 3-1 today. That is my prediction. Hey, Lenny.
Hiya.
While you're eating your breakfast, can I have a score prediction from you, please, young man?
3-1.
3-1? Dad said 3-1. Here we go, outside the ground again. The lads have just got their shirts. Happy?
Yeah.
Happy about something. And I am with the famous Millie. How are we, Mills?
Hello.
Go on, give us a score prediction, Mill.
2-1, play it safe.
Yeah, play it safe. We're happy with that, aren't we?
2-1 to Wrexham.
Oh yeah, make that clear.
Yeah,
Wrexham.
make it very clear.
Brilliant, cheers, mate. Oh, hey, Len. I've nipped in the turf. I'm with my good friend Jill. How are we?
Fine, thank you.
Give us a quick score prediction today.
2-1.
2-1, yeah. A lot of people are saying that. We'll take that with me. Cheers, mate. We've got some Canadian friends. How are we?
I'm fine. I'm ready for another stressful but exciting 90 minutes.
It is stressful, isn't it? It is stressful. Go on, Ronald. Let's have your score prediction, young man.
3-0.
Are you happy to be back?
Yeah.
Good lad. Charlie, I haven't had yours yet. 2-1. It's all Wrexham wins, isn't it? It is good to be back in the ground, Charles. Good to be back, Lenny. Come on, have that army. Look at this, see? Atmosphere is great already. Yeah, go and get it. Go get it. Come on, that's down. Right, I think we are going to wrap it up there. Tommy, thanks for coming on.
Super.
Really appreciate it.